Welcome back to my channel, guys. I thought that it was a great time to start this video, even though it is dark outside and it's 10:30 at night. I just finished a 45-minute weight training workout, and so I wanted to introduce this video. I am not going to be counting calories for a month. For the past 3 years, I have been counting my calories, and recently, since I've just started my workout and fitness journey, I started counting like proteins and like just a bunch of different macros, and so I've been like really into that. And so I know that at the beginning of your fitness journey, it's definitely really important to track like how much food you should be eating calorie wise, and also like how much like protein and fats and carbs you should be eating. So definitely that helped me a ton when I was first like into it, but now I feel like I have like a general idea of like how much I eat every day and how much protein I need to be eating, and I definitely am like way more mindful about that. The reason that I wanted to try this is because I've noticed that a lot of like fitness people are like, you should not count calories. Like, once you know what you like should be intaking, you should just go with what your body says. Like, eat when you're hungry, try to eat as much healthy foods as possible, and kind of just go with the response of your body and have like a healthy relationship with food and eat it to fuel you. Obviously, it's gonna make your insides feel good, but like emotionally, sometimes I feel like we eat food to make us feel better, and that is not a healthy relationship with food. I also wanted to do this because for some reason in 2020 and leading into 2021, I definitely did not have a healthy relationship with food, and I was like eating way more than I should have, and I really lacked body confidence. For the first time in my life, I've been like looking in the mirror and being like, Jessica, like, I don't like what I look like, and that's never been an issue for me. So just that was kind of like a wake-up call for me to kind of like want to be healthier and live a healthier lifestyle, because I know that as I get older, my metabolism is obviously going to slow down, and I know that like a large number of people gain weight in college because of like a bunch of like bad foods and stuff, and I just don't want to be in that position. So I'm trying to gain like healthy habits now, so that when I go to college in a year and a half, whoa, that's crazy, but when I go to college, I want to make sure that I'm staying healthy, and I just want to experiment with calories and see what works best for me, whether I'm counting them or not. Because I know that when I use a tracker specifically for calories, I would be like, oh, like I ate this much over my fats or this much over my carbs, and I would kind of get down on myself. Or like if I overate in calories, I would be like, shoot, like I overate in calories or whatever, and that was just like not a healthy thing for me, because I would be like really hard on myself. And then also, if I didn't reach my calorie thing, then I would be like, okay, like I get to eat 300 more calories, when in reality, if I wasn't hungry, then I shouldn't have been eating those 300 calories. So yeah, I kind of just have like mixed feelings about that, and I feel like right now is a good time to like not count calories because of my mental state with those type of things, and I feel like definitely down the road, if I'm counting like proteins, carbs, fats, or if I decide to go on a diet and like decrease the amount of calories that I'm eating, then that's something to consider. But right now, I just kind of want to see where it leads me. I'm going to keep everything the same, all of the foods that I'm eating. I'm going to keep my workout schedule the same. I work out about 4 to 6 days a week, average of 4 days a week. And I think that that's good for my schedule, because I dance 2 days a week, which is cardio, and then I do like usually Chloe Ting workouts or like walking on the treadmill or something the other couple days. I started not counting my calories a couple days ago, and it kind of just like flowed really well, and I've been kind of more like self-aware of what I'm eating instead of just like plugging it into my like phone app or whatever. I've been like more mindful of what I'm eating, and like if I eat too much candy, I'm like, whoa, Jessica, I should slow down because I'm not really hungry, and if I am hungry, I should be eating something better. It's about a week later, and I wanted to give you guys kind of like a little bit of an update on how this is going. I definitely am more self-aware of what I'm eating, and I feel like I definitely am eating only when I'm hungry, and I feel like now that I'm like kind of reflecting and looking at actually what I'm eating, I feel like I am eating a lot less than I was when I was tracking my calories. So I don't necessarily know if that's because like I'm only eating when I'm hungry, and that when I was tracking calories, it was pretty obvious that I like had more calories that I could be eating, so then I would just eat those calories. I also feel like I have been eating like a lot more like candy. Also, Easter was like last weekend, so that's probably why I am eating more candy, because it's so like available. But I definitely feel like I've been adding like a lot of like foods into my diet that is like with like added sugar and stuff, which is definitely not the best thing to be putting in your body. But that's also like an observation that I've been seeing. I do think it is super important though, like if you are trying to bulk or you're trying to lose weight or something, that it is important to count your calories, because like if you're trying to lose weight, then obviously you need to track like less calories, like you need to be intaking less calories than like your normal intake. So I think that if you're doing something for a specific reason, like for example, if you're losing weight, then you need to be eating like 300 calories less than what you normally eat, and you won't be able to like really track that unless you actually are tracking it. I feel like it would be hard to kind of like mentally like understand like, yeah, I'm eating 300 calories less, but like how would you be able to mentally track that? If you're just kind of like maintaining your weight and just kind of like going with the flow and you're exercising every day, eating healthy, then to me personally, I don't really see like why counting calories would be like so effective, especially since like it does really mess with your mental state, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to eat this and this and this and that, or like I need to restrict myself from eating a bunch of stuff. So that's kind of like where I am right now. I definitely have a couple more weeks in this month to see like how I do with not counting calories, but so far I honestly like it a lot more, because it definitely does feel less restrictive, because there's not like this big pressure of, oh, I need to eat this many calories, I need to have 50 grams of carbs, and if you go 10 carbs over your limit, then it's like, if you don't track that, then you don't even know that you went 10 grams over your carbs. You just do it without like really knowing about it, but being more like self-aware. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I have the next update. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, because I did notice a couple things today that I was doing. So one, I definitely have been adding like, I know that I mentioned this earlier, but I've definitely been like eating a lot more foods that are like processed, and I've definitely been eating a lot more like candies and sugary foods, because there's no real way for me to be like, oh, like how many grams of added sugar did I eat today? I feel like I'm eating less than I normally eat, but I'm eating like worse food, if that makes sense. So I don't really know if that has anything to do with me like not counting calories. As of right now, I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to go back to counting calories or just not do it. I haven't really like decided, because counting macros is really important, and like understanding that you need to eat a certain amount of like healthy food in order to like gain muscle and stuff. So I'm kind of stuck right now, but we still have a couple more weeks to go to see where I end up. I've just been noticing that I feel like I'm becoming less self-aware of like what I'm eating, and I feel like I have less self-control and willpower. I just feel like every time I see something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to eat that. And yeah, so it hasn't been very healthy for me. This reflection has definitely showed me that counting calories, really I'm just counting proteins and carbs and fats and stuff, but counting that stuff really helps me to be more self-aware. Like I thought that not counting calories would make me more self-aware, because I'm like, oh, I'm only eating when I'm hungry and like whatever, but I'm eating like way more junk, which is like really weird in my opinion, because I feel like if I wasn't counting calories, then I would eat better, but it's actually the complete opposite. I have a couple more days until the end of this month of not counting calories, so yeah, it's gonna be a little fun like wrap up that I'm gonna do at the end of this week. Hey, so I just wanted to give you guys a very short update. This is probably gonna take like 20 seconds because I only have one thing to say, and that is that I've been drinking less water. since I have been not counting my calories, because on the app that I use, I can like track the water that I'm drinking throughout the day. And since I haven't been doing that, I don't know if it's also the fact that like I've been back to school and I've been like working more, so maybe that's why, because I only bring like one water bottle to school that's like 32 ounces, and then when I get home I don't really think to like refill it. So I'm just like not drinking more water. I don't know if it has anything to do with the shift in lifestyle, but yeah, just wanted to kind of bring that up. And I only have 2 more days of this month, and I will let you know my final thoughts in this whole challenge, or whatever the heck you want to call it, in 2 days. It has been a month of not counting calories. I just realized that I've probably worn this a lot of times in this video, but it's fine. This is my favorite sweatshirt, so you're just gonna have to get over it. I wanted to give you guys kind of a little reflection on how this time has impacted me and what I've learned from not counting calories. First of all, I realized that I am still pretty new to my fitness journey, that I feel like without counting my macros and calories, I don't really have enough self-awareness to understand what I need to be eating, if that makes sense. Again, I did start drinking less water, but I also do think that that definitely has something to do with now being in school and like the change of scenery and everything, and only being able to drink like 1 water bottle throughout the day. So that's definitely another observation. My final thoughts for this: am I going to continue to count calories, and am I just not going to do that anymore? So, I feel like, personally for me, at the stage that I'm at right now, I feel like counting calories is going to be more beneficial for me, because I'm going to be able to see like what I'm eating and like how much protein I'm eating and whatnot. And I think that because I'm trying to gain muscle and lose fat, I feel like if I am tracking something, the thing that I need to be tracking is my protein, because I need to make sure that I'm getting like enough protein in my body to make sure that I'm regaining that muscle and losing that fat. So that's a big thing for me. That's probably the only reason that I would start counting calories again, because honestly, like, I feel like I'm eating a good amount of food. I mean, sometimes I do like snack a little too much when I'm like hungry, especially when I get home from school, because I'm like, I don't want to do my homework, so let me just eat and try to like procrastinate. So that's definitely another thing. I do think it's important for me in the stage that I'm in right now, since I am still pretty new to my fitness journey, and I'm definitely not in the best shape that I would like to be in. I definitely am going to keep working towards a healthier body. The biggest thing for me is having a healthy heart and making sure that I'm eating good nutrition, which I've just started to implement better nutrition, and like an 80-20 rule where you eat like 80% healthy and then 20% like processed foods and like whatever. So I'm trying my best to do that. It's working out pretty well so far. However, once I am like done losing all the fat and I have like a solid workout schedule and nutrition that I'm like following, and a bunch of recipes and like healthy stuff that I can be like doing or whatever, I feel like if I do that, then I won't have to count calories. Because honestly, thinking about it now, I'm like, darn it, I really don't want to count my calories. It is kind of a chore if you think about it, because it's like every time you eat, you have to go into your app and plug it in, and that can be a little bit redundant and like annoying. In the end, I feel like it's beneficial if you have a goal in mind. Like for me, I have a goal. I know what that is, and so the tracker is going to help me accomplish that goal. So yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I hope that you really enjoyed this, and I hope that you got some reflections as I did. I will see you in my next video. Have a great day, guys, and I hope that you guys just enjoy the warm weather if it's warm where you live, because summer is coming.